Now then, it's time to do a bit of maintenance before we start thinning this winter. And the old 026 that has been very reliable. I bought this brand new in, I think, 1998. Might be 99. And it's had one diaphragm kit and a piston in all that time. And maybe a few odd bits like clutch springs and sprocket bearings and all those sorts of things. But last year it was starting to act up, and I suspect the diaphragms have gone hard again. So I'm going to have the carburetor off and take the carb apart. So I'll zoom in and you can watch what's going on. Right, prefer to be highly disgusted. Oh, it's not that bad. So I have the air filter off. I haven't done this for quite some years. I did a rebuild session, or a whole load of videos on rebuilding an 026 from crankcases apart, and I will put a link to it somewhere because it goes through the whole lot. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to go downstairs with the airline and blow that out because that's mighty filthy. Back in a moment. Right, that's a lot cleaner. Now I've got to remember what we do here. I know we've got a fuel pipe there, and does that come off now? Yeah, it does. And we've got these two nuts here, and there's something about the choke lever. That should spin off, but it doesn't want to. Yeah. It's probably muck on the threads. This has done a lot of work. Early on, after I finished my degree, I went felling with a friend of mine, Pete Harmer, just to earn. Because just because you've got a degree doesn't mean that you're going to get a job. But that was brilliant because I did learn a huge amount on the practical side. But you know, I couldn't afford two saws, and I didn't want a big saw because it's a lot of weight to throw around. Got to remember how I'm doing this. It's because I'm trying to do this with a camera in the way. It makes it mighty difficult. I can't remember where you have to take this. Let's just take this off. Yeah, and there's a normally it's a torque. No, it's not. In this case, it's not. It's a normal screwdriver. So there's a screw in there. Okay. There we go. And that's the screw, and that's that, and that wants a good clean out as well. So that's the carburettor link. Now it comes out. Now I'm remembering. Right. So on the carburettor, you've got that pipe there, and that's facing the cylinder, and that connects with, when you put it all back together, that connects, let's just zoom in a bit, with the vacuum hose there. So we've got the fuel pipe and the vacuum hose. Okay, right, so that's not too bad. So that one's blowing out, definitely. I'd say this hasn't been apart for quite a long time. And then we have the carburettor. I'll tell you what, I'll move the camera. That's easier. So we've got a link there. We can leave that on. So let's just try and zoom in a bit more. You just got to remember which way things point when you're taking these apart. So at the moment, that vacuum port is facing over there. So what was wrong with this was it sort of went out of tune, and then it wouldn't want to start, and all sorts of things. So, and then you would adjust it, and then a while later it would be acting up. See that diaphragm doesn't look very happy. So that washer, that side, goes inside, and it contacts on that, and that little lever operates what's effectively the float valve, but it's not. Right, let me see if I can zoom down on that a little bit. Where are we? So there's the needle valve, as it were, the float valve, the equivalent thereof. And hopefully you can see that going up and down as I press that. Right. So let's just gently take this off, ease it off, hopefully without damaging the carburettor face. It certainly glued itself on there quite well. There we go. Okay, that's that. That goes on there like that, and it falls off instantly. And then this goes on there like that. That feels a bit thick. There's another one here. Let's try that one. No, turn that round. That feels a bit better. There we go. Okay. And then that fitted on there like that. Start them all before you tighten any. Okay, that's that one, and then we'll turn this over. Okay, and then we've got one screw in the middle there. So let's just, where are we? Undo that. Okay, and we'll need the throttle lever out the way. Okay, so we'll take this off. Right, so this goes towards there. Okay, and that is that taper there is the tick over screw. Okay, so let's just take this over. And these valves don't look too bad, but I'm going to change them anyway. So let's have that gasket off, because it feels mighty gooey. And we do have another one. So let's just see, that little bump there goes up there, and there's a pin there and a pin there. Yeah. These gaskets have glued themselves on. So let's just clean that off. We don't want to leave any gasket material. I'm just going to clean that off. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so that's a bit better. So that goes that way like that. And then we have a gasket like that. So we've got a gasket there. There we go. This is the one. And it goes that way round because the bump goes up there. So it goes on that goes on there like that. Okay. So we put the gasket on like that. There we go. That hole doesn't seem to line up properly. That's better. There we go. And then the pins line up. And of course, don't forget to put the valves in. So that piece of valve covers that hole, that covers that hole, and that bit there is actually the pump. So that moves with the vacuum from the carburetor and pumps the fuel. And then of course you put the top on. There we go. So then there we go. Tighten the screw down, and I think that is it. Okay, if you wanted to, you could blow it all out and put it in a in one of these special cleaners, but I know it was working, but not very well. So that diaphragm was just shot, so it wasn't pumping fuel basically. But this these are the valves here. With the vacuum, they just open and close. That's not bad, but that was really shot. So I'm going to put it back together now. So I shall leave you at that point. Hopefully it's a bit difficult when it's just you and there's nobody operating the camera, and you've just got to sort of wing it. But hopefully you will have got some idea that it's not difficult to change the diaphragms. And I will catch up with you soon. If you'd like to comment, I'd appreciate that. And we'll go as far as we can see. Bye for now.